What up, big time gang? Welcome back to another Tommy Big Time video. This one here is a Venom. Now, you know me, you know I don't wear Venoms because of that case design right there and my wide wrist. It does not work out. But this is not a video talking about Venoms. This is a battery change video. This is my homie JJ's watch. As you can see here, it is not ticking. So what we are going to do is replace that battery. I've already cleaned this bad boy up using my handy dandy old toothbrush and some warm water and either hand soap, dish soap, whatever you got. And I scrubbed it up because he's worn this for years. He takes good care of his watch, so don't look too beat up for being as old as it is. But it gets gunk. And I don't like touching other people's dead skin and stuff on the back of the watch and stuff. So you can see now it's all nice and cleaned up. So clean it up. Now it's time to do the battery change. This is model number 27759. And after the intro, we will start. All right, welcome back. I got the tools I need. Case back opener. I found this on Amazon many years ago. It's an extra large case back opener. I think it spreads to like 80 millimeters. For a lot of Invicta, some of the case back openers are not wide enough. So this one actually does work. This is a pick, mechanics pick. I got this in a screwdriver set a long time ago. Not a watch screwdriver set, just a regular old screwdriver set. Small tipped screwdriver, and then a 0.5 millimeter screwdriver, and that's to remove the screw on the battery. And that's all you really need. Now I'm going to use the pick to release the micro adjustment pin. That's first thing. So that pin there is just spring loaded. That's how it's held in. So we're just going to push it in, and then at the same time pull, but keep your finger over it because it will shoot out and you will lose it. So push it in. I'm pulling it out. There it is. Now this one's a little crusty. It's an older watch, so it did not go flying. You can see it's a little tarnished. Now we have access to the case back. And now it's as easy as opening that thing up. So now we're going to have to adjust our case back opening tool. So we're going to spread the jaws just a little bit. And there we go. Make sure you have it in the notches, directly across from each other. And then turn counterclockwise. Oh, and that will happen. I'm going to tighten it just a smidge. Downwards pressure as you rotate is important. There we go. Once you get it to start moving, normally it moves a lot easier after that. Like I said, this watch has been heavily worn and is a few years old now, so that case back is on there nice and tight. Has never been opened before. So it took a little bit of strength to get it to start moving, but now it's moving. I'm going to get my handy dandy ball out. They sell these balls on Amazon as a case back removing tool. I've never been able to get a case back open with it just by itself, but it's great to provide grip to turn it once you already have it loose. There we go. Case back is removed. Okay, so we got a plastic retainer. First thing we're going to do is we're going to loosen the crown so that the crown stem is not under pressure. And then we're going to pop this plastic retainer out of here while holding the movement down so that we don't have any jostling of the movement itself. And there we go. Now the plastic retainer's out, you can see the battery there. It's a 395. And we've got one screw to remove. This is a Ronda 5040.D movement. A lot of Invictas use the Ronda Z60, the Ronda AD 40N, or the 5040.D quartz movement. Those are very common in Invicta, and they all use the same battery, which is a RENETA 395. So just a rule of thumb, if you're working on one of those three movements, that's the battery you will need. Now we've got the battery exposed. We're going to pop it out. Get that out. Replacing it with the exact same battery. SR927SW, RENETA 395. Now you want to wear some kind of finger protection. You don't want to just be doing what I'm doing. My hands are clean, but the oils on the battery, I've been told, are very bad for the battery. I've done it this way from the get-go. Never had a major issue. So it's easier for me. With gloves on, it's a lot harder to feel what you're doing. And I've got some mitts on me. So I like the ease of doing it without a glove on. Okay, once you have the cover back over it, then you want to screw it back down. I'm going to apply just a minuscule amount of pressure to secure the screw so that it didn't fly out as I bent the hold down from springing back up, and then it shoots the screw out. And now you can see we're back in. We're good to go. Let's flip it over to make sure it's ticking. And it is. You see that there by the 3 o'clock? It's ticking. We're good to go. Now we're going to put the plastic retainer back in. Making sure that the cutout goes around the crown stem. The chronograph all lines up. Yes, we're good to go. Case back on. Now you're going to turn clockwise. There we go. You always want to be very careful when putting the case back on that it screws back on smoothly. If it does not, then you're cross-threading it, and that is very bad news. You do not want to cross-thread, as you'll lose the water resistance, and you'll damage the threads on the case back and the case, and that's disaster for your watch as far as keeping moisture out. So definitely a must that you make sure that it screws back on with ease. And once you have that case back nice and snug, then you just tighten it down with your case back opener and you're good to go. Now that's back on. Now we're going to put the micro adjustment back in, the screen pin that is. Ensuring it's lined up. And stick one side in. Then we're going to press it down with the screwdriver. And there we go. That side snapped in. Ensure the other side is snapped in as well, which it is not right now. Now we're good. Now it's all nice and snapped in and good to go. Now all we have to do is set it. This is a 5040D, so the date function is easy to set. So the date function is clockwise. And we're going to go all the way to the 20th. Because today is the 21st. Now we're going to pull it out one more click. And now we're going to set the time. Now we want to set the time where we make sure that we're in the PM setting because it is currently 4:45 PM. So now the date changed. Now we're in the AM setting for the 21st. So time has passed since I was shooting this video. I got interrupted. So we're going to go around the 12-hour setting once to get to the PM setting. And we are going to go to 5:10 is the time that we need to set it to now. So, and I passed that because I'm not paying attention. There we go. Now we are set. Date is correct. We are good to go. Hope that helped. And just make sure that you're always aware of the AM PM so that your date changes at the proper times. Now I'm just screwing down the crown. But that's very important for these Ronda movements, especially, is that you set the date correctly, because or the time correctly. Because if you set it in the AM, then the date will change at noon instead of midnight, and it will screw you all up. Now I'm playing with the chronograph because this chronograph hand was not set correctly, and it's still not. So to fix this, you pull this crown out to the date setting and you hold both pushers in until it resets. And for whatever reason, this pusher on the bottom here is stuck. Let's try that again. There's the second setting. Let's try that again. There we go. And now we are going to reset it to the 12 o'clock setting. This is the chronograph hand that I'm moving currently. There we go. And now we push the crown back all the way in. So it's the second setting, the time setting position. And then have both chronographs pushed in at the same time and hold it there until you see the chronograph hand reset. So now if I start the chronograph hand, you see it's moving now. I'm going to stop it and then reset. It goes back to the proper position. So now we're good to go. So we're going to push the crown back, or screw the crown back down, screw the pushers back down. And now everything's set. Everything's good to go. And my boy gets his watch back all working properly. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. And as always, God bless.